And then we go to the strategies that you can employ to get 70 to overcome the 70% loan margin. This is you will encounter this once you buy your third property and onwards. Because the first property you can get 90% loan. For the third one, 70% only. So this one, you need to educate yourself. You need to invest in yourself, educate yourself. You need to have the knowledge, the skill, how to find a below market value property. Say below market value that I use is the one market value approved by the bank. So this way you can do no money down deal, and also or very minimal money down deal, even with 70% loan margin. For example, I don't have it here, but I'm just going to say it. For example, if you can find a property that worth 500,000, but you manage to buy it net price at 400,000, right? So if you get 90%, 70% loan from that 500,000, is only 350,000 loan, but your property worth 400,000. So you need to top up with only 50,000 money down. But if you buy that property 400,000, the market value is also 400,000. You need to come out with 20% of the down payment, which is 80,000, a bit higher. So actually, it's possible to buy property more than 20% below market value. The best is 30% below. So in that case, 70% loan margin will not be a problem, because if you buy 30% and below market value with 70% loan margin, it's also like cover your loan amount. Another thing you can do is you can get housing loan from non-bank financial institutions. Some non-FI bank are like MBSB, the Malaysian Building Society Berhad, Bank Rakyat, or BSN. Because this bank, actually they're not governed by the Bank Negara ruling of 70% LTV. But the thing is, these banks are also currently they're getting stricter. They're following the ruling of the banks, the real banks. So somehow for 70% loan also they, for the third property also they not willing to give 90%. They sometimes reduce to 80% or 75%. But it's still possible to get 90% loan for third property with them. But the thing is, if you get your mortgage from this non-FI bank, your interest rate is going to be slightly higher than if you get from normal banks. The third thing, what you can do is you can join venture. This I did quite a bit, because I have some friends that wanted to invest in property, but they don't really have any knowledge how to invest, how to make money. I have the knowledge, but I don't have the 90% quota. So I joined venture with him. I find the property a property that we can join venture. Then the loan will put under his name, so we can get 90% loan instead of 70% on my quota. Or you can use a channeling channeling technique, meaning you channel your existing property to other individual or to investment holding company. For me, I will explain on channeling a little bit more later, but for me, if you wanted to overcome the 70% LTV, try not to do joint loan, or even for 90% loan. Meaning, if you cannot get a loan approved under your own name, that means you cannot afford to buy that property. So possibly don't do joint loan, because if you do joint loan, you're wasting your 90% quota. Say you're doing joint loan with your wife, so 2 properties. if you do that, you can buy 2 properties for 90%. But if you do separate loan, 2 under your name, 2 under your wife, you can get 4 properties instead of 2. And then for channeling that I shared before, for personal, it can be done in personal or with investment holding company. This is actually quite complicated and quite, how to say, high level already. So I wouldn't share all the details here because it's going to confuse some of the beginners. So for channeling, if you wanted to do on personal capacity, you need to do it something that you can trust, like your wife or your husband or your family members. But if you want to buy under your investment holding company, for residential property is subjected to 60% loan margin only. So what you can do is, for this, if you wanted to channel your property, you need to properly strategize. And the timing is very important. The thing is, if you channel it you're using personal capacity, say one person, the husband, buy at 90% loan. And then because the wife have already two house under her name, so she doesn't have like 90% loan, only 70% loan quota. So after the lock-in period is over and the price of the property has appreciated, say more than 50%, say you buy it for 400,000, and it appreciated more than 50%. So it becomes 600,000 market value now. So you wanted to clear your property because you have two loans under your name. Your wife has 2 loans. You want to transfer one of the property to your wife, 70%. So you only have 1 loan under your name. You can get back your 90% loan. So you transfer, how to say, that property that appreciated more than 50%. So from if 70% of 600 is 420,000, right? Mm-hmm. But your loan amount, your loan balance with the bank is less than that. So you can transfer the property without incurring any cost out of your own money, out of your own pocket. So you transfer 70% loan to your wife. So you get your back 90% loan, so you can buy another property with 90% loan. This is a very conservative way of doing it. But by this way, you need to spend time on that, at least few years for your properties to appreciate in value. And yeah, and it must be over of the lock-in period to minimize all the costs. But this is a very, how to say, conservative way of doing it. Some other people, they use more advanced technique, but that is quite advanced for me to share for now.